why time accelerates with age, and how to slow it down. Let's now explore a question every adult has asked themselves. Why does time go faster the older I get? Childhood summers felt endless. A single school year could stretch on forever. But now, years vanish, months blur. You blink and it's your birthday again. This isn't just nostalgia or poetic sentiment. It's a neurological and psychological phenomenon. And understanding why it happens is the first step to reclaiming control over your timeline. Proportional time. Perception, the mathematics of memory. The first factor is a cognitive one, proportionality. Here's how it works. When you were 5 years old, 1 year of life was 20% of your entire existence. That's huge. Every week, every holiday, every milestone was significant because your brain had so little comparison. But by the time you're 40, a year becomes 2.5% of your life. That same amount of calendar time feels smaller because it's a tinier fraction of your total lived experience. Your brain evaluates time comparatively, not absolutely. Time perception is relative to the total time you've already lived. So it's not just that the years are flying by. You're stacking new time against a massive archive of past experiences. It feels smaller because it is smaller, in proportion. Routine compresses time, novelty expands it. The second factor has to do with novelty and repetition. Your brain is an efficiency machine. When something is familiar, it reduces processing power to conserve energy. It creates neural shortcuts. This is great for survival, but terrible for time perception. If your day-to-day life is filled with routine, repetition, and predictability, your brain stops encoding each moment with detail. It lumps them together. Let's say you wake up the same way every day, take the same route to work, sit at the same desk, talk to the same people about the same things, scroll the same apps at night. Your brain isn't stimulated to encode anything new. So what happens? It compresses those days. It doesn't bother creating distinct frames of memory. So when you look back, the days blur. The time feels shorter. This is called temporal compression. It's not that time passed faster. It's that your brain didn't save the data to prove it happened. On the other hand, when you experience something novel, a new place, person, food, idea, or risk, your brain goes on alert. It starts firing up the hippocampus and amygdala. It encodes more information, more frames, chats, longer feeling time. This is why vacations, adventures, or even emotionally intense days feel longer than normal days, even if both were 24 hours long in clock time. How emotion changes the length of your day. Emotions are one of the most powerful time-distorting forces your brain knows. Here's how it works. When you're anxious, your internal clock speeds up. Your brain expects danger, so it becomes hypervigilant. More sensory data is processed per second. That data flood makes time feel fast and slippery. When you're depressed, the opposite happens. Your mind slows down, attention narrows, there's less stimulation, less motivation, and fewer distinct moments being encoded. Time drags. Hours feel eternal. When you're in a flow state, deeply focused and immersed, your prefrontal cortex goes quiet. Self-conscious thought, time awareness, and mental commentary dissolve. Time vanishes. Then, when you exit that state, it feels like time warped. The point is this. Emotional state changes the density of your sensory experience, which directly affects your memory of time's passage. Time doesn't move faster because the clock ticks faster. It moves faster because you're encoding less. Attention is the true timekeeper. Let's say this clearly. You are not running out of time. You are running out of attention. Time perception is ultimately built from how present you are. When your mind is in the future, worrying, or in the past, replaying, or checked out entirely, boredom, dissociation, your attention is not on the now. And the less attention you give the present moment, the less of it your brain records. If your day is full of autopilot behaviors, then even a full 24 hours can be perceived as nothing happened. This is why mindfulness, stillness, slowness, and deliberate presence don't just feel good. They stretch time. They create more detail per moment, and detail is what your brain uses to mark time. How to slow time down. Practical tools from perception science. Let's shift from diagnosis to action. If you want to stop feeling like life is passing you by, here's how you slow time down. Not on the clock, but in your brain. 1. Break patterns. Constantly take a new route to work. Rearrange your room. Eat dinner in silence. Write with your non-dominant hand. Pattern disruption wakes up your brain. The unfamiliar forces engagement, which boosts memory encoding. 2. Seek novelty. Every day. Novelty doesn't mean skydiving. It means new input, new food, new language word, new idea, new conversation, new creative expression. Every new stimulus adds another frame to the mental reel. And more frames. Longer time perception. 3. Learn deliberately learning. Forces the brain to process complexity. It cannot coast. That's why days spent learning something new, like a skill, a philosophy, or even just reading a deeply challenging book, feel longer than passive or repetitive days. 4. Pay close attention to detail. Train yourself to notice the colors in a room, the texture of your food, The sound of leaves. This form of attention stretches moments. The richer the input, the more time your brain perceives. 5. Practice stillness and single tasking. Multitasking is time's enemy. It fragments attention and memory. Stillness allows the brain to settle and notice. Meditation, journaling, breathwork, or quiet observation can create the feeling of time expanding, even if only 10 minutes pass. Summary. Time doesn't move faster, you just record less of it. Let's pull it all together. Time feels like it speeds up as you age because you're comparing smaller units to a much larger life timeline. Your routines reduce new memory formation. Your emotional state distorts your internal clock. Your attention is fragmented or withdrawn. The solution isn't found in the clock. It's found in retraining your attention. You slow time by living consciously, not passively. And you live consciously by challenging your brain to stay awake, stay curious, and stay present. Time is a function of memory. No memory, no time. So if you want more time, give your brain more to remember. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Manifestation series, where we don't just talk about manifesting, we master it. Because let's be honest, manifestation has been watered down, reduced to vague quotes, mood boards, and empty promises. But you didn't come here to wish. You came here to build a reality that hits different. A reality that responds to your frequency, your language, your alignment, and your decision to stop playing small. This series is not fluff. It's physics, frequency, and fierce creative power. Inside the Manifestation series, you're going to learn how to collapse timelines, shift identities, and speak worlds into existence, just like the greatest minds in history. This isn't just about being positive. This is about being powerful. Here's what you unlock inside. Vision to Reality, the Vision Board course. You've heard about vision boards, but you've never done them like this. This is a full energetic ritual, a precision-coded map for your subconscious, designed to bridge image, frequency, and strategy. It's not arts and crafts. It's blueprinting your future in visual form and turning it into matter. Time, quantum timelines, and why time isn't real. Manifestation doesn't take time, it takes alignment. In this module, I'll show you how time is just a mirror of energy and how to collapse timelines using choice, clarity, and vibration. Past, present, future, they're happening now. And when you know how to navigate time quantum style, you stop waiting and start receiving. Quantum jumping, instantly up level. Your next level life isn't years away. It's one decision away. In this training, you'll learn how to quantum jump, how to shift into a version of you that already has what you desire. This isn't fantasy. It's how high-performance creators, athletes, and spiritual masters leap beyond limits. Jump now. Land in power. Every word. The power of affirmations and spoken language. Words build worlds. In this course, I show you how to use affirmations like spell work, not just repeating empty mantras, but speaking with vibration, intention, and spiritual force. If you've ever felt like affirmations don't work, this will change everything. You'll learn to command your field, not just request from it. The greats, learning from the most exceptional minds in history. We're not the first to master this. In this legendary module, we decode the techniques, habits, and quantum genius of the world's most powerful manifestors, from ancient sages to modern icons. You'll learn how to think like the greats, move like the greats, and manifest like the greats. This isn't another feel-good series. This is a spiritual weapon, disguised as a manifestation course. It's made for leaders, cycle breakers, visionaries, and soul builders. You don't need another wish list. You need a system that teaches you how to bend reality. This is that system. So if you're ready to stop playing with potential and start creating results, welcome to your next level. The Manifestation series is open now. You know what to do. Let's build what they said was impossible and make it inevitable.